What's up guys, my name is Brandon and today Apple unveiled iOS 15 at their annual Worldwide Developers Conference, and while some people thought it was underwhelming, I have to disagree. I think there are a lot of really cool new features packed inside of this update that are just more practical and useful than they are flashy or sexy. So in this video, I wanted to share my first impressions of some of my favorite features after using iOS 15 for a few hours now. I will also have a much more in-depth video coming tomorrow and many more on iOS 15 in the coming weeks. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. So here is iOS 15, and the first thing you'll notice, of course, is this new wallpaper. This is the new default wallpaper that comes with iOS 15. If you go into your settings and into wallpaper, choose new wallpaper, stills, you will see it's right here. That's what it looks like in light mode. Here's what it looks like in dark mode. So pretty neat new wallpaper. Of course, a lot of people always look forward to the new wallpapers when the next major version of iOS comes out. But anyways, let's move on to some of my favorite features here in iOS 15. And the first thing I want to cover are the huge changes to notifications. So if we go into Control Center, you will see that there is a new section here that says Focus. And focus is basically do not disturb on steroids. So you activate this from the Control Center right here. You can also activate it from other places throughout iOS, but this is the easiest way to do it. And if you tap right here, you see this that says stay focused on what's important. Create a focus to help you work or to relax at home. Quiet notifications, let your friends know you're not available, hide distractions, and more. So you have 4 pre-made ones right here. So you have classic, do not disturb, you have personal, you have sleep, and you have work. And now you can also create a new focus right here. So for example, if I just did work right here, you can see it shows what you get with this. So silence notifications, don't miss out, share a status, and turn on automatically. So when you tap on next, your phone will use machine learning to bring up the people that you talk to the most. And it says, you may want to allow these people to contact you during this time, or you could just not allow anybody, or you can add people in there that you would like to allow, that can kind of bypass this focus. So I'm just going to add my dad in there so he can bypass the do not disturb or the focus right here. So I can still get notifications from him even when I'm working. So we're going to allow that. And now it says notifications from apps. Choose which apps you want notifications from when focus is turned on. So I don't want notifications from any app, so I'm just going to allow none. And then time-sensitive notifications. Allow people and apps to deliver important notifications immediately, even when you have focus turned on. So if somebody has like something urgent, they can kind of bypass this and you will still get, that if you want to. So I will allow that just in case. And then you get this section right here and you can see it shows, customization for like the home screen. So if you go on that, you can have custom pages if you want to. So it says choose specific home screen pages to show when the focus is turned on. So if you have multiple pages, you can maybe only have access to one of the pages if you want to. You can set that, which is really neat. And you also have things like options right here where it dims the lock screen, delay delivery, and hide notification badges. And delayed delivery is really cool because this will not allow you to, have messages delivered until the focus is turned off. So that's really neat and a very good feature right there. And it really will help you focus. I mean, I've used this already and it has definitely helped me focus already. And I've only used this for a few hours. So I cannot wait to keep on using this. We also have smart activation down here. It says have it turn on at a set time, location, or while using an app. So you can either turn it on right there or have smart activation turned on right there. So it says automatically turn work on at a relevant time throughout the day based on signals like your location, app, usage, and more. And of course, if you wanted to add people or add applications, you could do it right there. And if we go back to the home screen and go into the control center, if we go ahead and tap on this, we can just go ahead and tap on work, and now it will turn that on. And if we go into messages, you can see this is what other people will see when you are in focus. So it says Brandon has notifications silenced with focused. And if I try to send a message right here, I'll just say this, and you can see it says delivered quietly. There's also a feature called scheduled summary. So if you go into your settings and into notifications, you can see right here you have scheduled summary. If you turn that on, you get a little rundown here in the splash screen about what it is. So it says bundle non-urgent notifications and receive them in a summary at convenient times. So like if you're working all day and you don't have time to look at your notifications, maybe when you get done with work, you will get a big group of notifications and you can go through them. And Apple actually uses like machine learning and AI to learn which notifications are most important to you, and it will put them at the top. So if I go to continue right here, you can choose which applications you would like to add. So if I just add these applications here, let me just say I want to add like Messenger, I'll add messages, and maybe one more thing about Snapchat. If I add these apps right here, you can see you have a first summary, a second summary, and you can add more if you want to. So I'm going to delete the second one, and I'll just do, let's just say I'll do 8 p.m. So if I go down here to 8 p.m. just like that, turn on notification summary, and then at 8 p.m. I will get that summary. Also on the lock screen, you will see that your focus is turned on right there, and it will show exactly which one it is. And if you long press on that, or if you haptic press on that, you will see you get this same section right here, and you could turn a different one on, or you could just turn it off by just simply tapping on it. You also have these 3 dots right here. We could turn it on for just like an hour until tomorrow morning, or go to the settings. We also have a new notification banner here in iOS 15. So if I send myself a text message, you will see that we have a new UI in the messages banner there up top. It's a lot more compact and just looks way better in my opinion than it did in iOS 14. This really reminds me of a jailbreak tweak. So that's what it looks like. And if you go ahead and tap on it, you can see it just takes you right to messages, of course. And if I go to the lock screen, you can see this is what it looks like on the lock screen. Much better in my opinion. And you can also see when they're grouped, it looks just like this. It's just more compact on the lock screen. You can fit a lot more notifications on there now that this is slimmed down a little bit. We also have some massive changes to FaceTime. So first and foremost, you can now share a link to a FaceTime call, and anybody on any device, including Android or a Windows computer, can join. And it gets even better. You can now also screen share on FaceTime, which is awesome. So you can see here you have this create link button, and when you tap on this, it creates a link right here, and you can either copy it or send it. You also have add a name, so you can name the FaceTime link right there. So if I just want to name it like business call, just like that, I can tap on OK, and now it's called business call, and I can, send it to somebody or whoever I want to join in on the call. So I'll just copy, and you can just send that to somebody and they will join. Now you also have new FaceTime, and if you tap on that, it will pull up this new interface right here where you can start a FaceTime call with somebody just like that. If I tap on FaceTime, it will call that person, and you can see here, this is the new interface for FaceTime, and we have quite a few changes here inside of FaceTime. So first of all, of course, you can mute your mic or turn off your camera just like so. We also have this button right here where you can share your screen. It's just this button right here in the top right. You also have messages if you want to take this to, messages if you want to send a link or something like that. We also, if we tap on our own face down here, we have portrait mode. So if you tap on that button right there, you can put yourself in portrait mode in video, which is really cool. Also, we have some more effects down there if you want to tap on those. And if we go to this audio button right here, you could see you could change the audio source if you want to. Same with this right here. You can turn your mic on or off as you just heard. And if you tap up top for the call, you also have 2 different layouts. So we have the grid layout or, just the regular layout. So if we go back to FaceTime right here, it's just the squares just like that. If we go back here and turn on grid layout, you also have things like silence join requests. So if you don't want, requests to be making noises, you could turn that on or off right there. And one of the coolest features with FaceTime in iOS 15 is a feature called Share Play. So this allows you to listen to music and watch movies or TV shows with everyone on the call. So basically, if you start playing a movie or if you start playing music, everybody in the call can listen at the same time. And also the queue is shared with everybody else, which means that anybody can add songs, they can skip songs, they can move the songs around, all, collaboratively, which is really, really neat. And this will be great for album listening parties and like TV show watching parties. And if you go into the control center while you're on a FaceTime call, you can see up top you have video effects and mic mode. So with mic mode, now in iOS 15, you have voice isolation and wide spectrum. So voice isolation basically just blocks out the background noise, and wide spectrum kind of brings in the background noise, lets the other person hear things that are going on in the background along with your voice, whereas voice isolation kind of blocks out the background noise and focuses on your voice. So it's really cool that you have those options here in FaceTime as well. So I am absolutely loving the new FaceTime features here, and I think this is going to put a dent in Zoom's business because a lot of people already have this application pre-installed on their device, and it's going to be a lot easier, and you can do a lot of the same things you can do on Zoom because you can also have this, of course, on macOS and do the same things. So really awesome additions to FaceTime here in iOS 15. Now, Safari also got some nice updates with iOS 15, and you can instantly tell the first time you go into Safari that it's completely different because the nav bar that's usually up top is not there. It's got moved down to the bottom right here, and you can see it kind of just goes away if you're not scrolling. So if you scroll up, you have the nav bar right there where you can type in your address, the web address that you want to go to right there. and it's just completely different here in iOS 15. So we have shared with you right here, we have the privacy report, and you have your reading list right here. But that, of course, isn't anything interesting. What's interesting is when you start opening new tabs. So I'm going to open a new tab and go to a website right here. And if I want to go back to apple.com in the other tab, I can just simply swipe down here on this menu bar right here, on the address bar, I should say, at the bottom. Just like you can do with, applications, with multitasking like this, you could do that now with tabs inside of Safari, which is really cool. And if you tap on these three dots right here, you also have this new share sheet right here, which gives you some new options, and it just looks a little bit better as well. And also if we haptic press on the tab bar down here, we have move to tab group. And if you tap on that, you can see you can move it to a different group. So I have one set up right here called LOL. If I tap it on that, you can see that now these tabs are all together in this group right here called LOL. We also have some nice changes to the weather application, and it looks a lot better here in iOS 15 overall. Just a lot of UI changes. And if we go down a little bit, you can see the air quality right there. We also have temperature right here, which actually gives you a map and shows the temperature. You can zoom in as well to get like exactly where you're at. So you can see there it shows the temperature is 96. And if you tap on these little grid icons right here, you have precipitation and air quality as well. So you can see a map for all three of those. If you tap these three lines above that, you will get this right here that shows the comparison between all the other weather locations that you have in the weather app, which is really neat. And if we keep going down, you can see we have all of this information in here as well. And again, we do have more like animations in the background as well here in iOS 15. It just makes it look a lot better than it did in iOS 14, which iOS 14 also improved on weather, but it just got even better with this update. And the final feature I want to show you guys in this video is one of my favorite features in iOS 15, and it's called live text. And this takes place inside of the camera, and you don't have to do anything but point your phone at text, and you're going to be able to copy it and call numbers and things like that. Let me just show you an example, because this is really something that you need to see an example of to really get an idea. So I have this right here on my other phone. It's just the Apple Developer Agreement, and I'm going to go ahead and put my camera on iOS 15 up to that, and I want you guys to take a look at what happens. So do you see this icon down here in the bottom right hand corner? That is live text. That is the live text icon, and if we go ahead and tap on that, you can see it pulls up the text right there. So that's all it captured right now. So not a great example because of what I had right here, but you can see what you can do from that. You can copy, you can look it up, you can translate, you can share it all from right there. And I'm going to go ahead and do another one just so you guys can get a better example. So here's another example. I'm just going to go ahead and tap on that right there. And you can see it pulls up this right here. And I'm going to be able to either select text from here or just copy it all. So take a look at this. I can actually select text from the image I just captured. I didn't even take a picture. I just held my camera up to it and it took this little still image right here. I can copy certain parts or all of this and simply copy. Now, if I go into like notes and go down and paste, you can see there it copies and pastes exactly what I just saw in that image, which is really cool. And I can even go back to photos or into camera and it's still there in the memory of the phone, which is amazing. Just a really impressive feature, and it works a lot better than I thought it would. It works on small text, it works on big text, it works kind of from far away, from close up. It's really versatile and a really nice feature here in iOS 15 that I think you guys will love, and I definitely think students will love that feature. So there you have it, guys. Those are my hands-on first impressions with some of my favorite features in iOS 15 after playing with the software for a few hours. Again, I will have a much more in-depth video covering all of the new features in iOS 15 very soon, so make sure you are subscribed to see that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. And of course, again, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss all of my future iOS 15 content, which I have a ton coming. But anyways, guys, let me know what your favorite feature is down in the comment below, and I will see you guys very soon.